Now, it was a big fight to get this process going, and Tony Boyette joins us now. You are actually involved in one of the 4 lawsuits fighting primarily against the wording of House Bill 1523, which is being kind of, credited for what took it down. So what was your reaction this morning?
Elation. I woke the kids up to let them know that we won. It was this bill, when it was first passed, a lot of us couldn't believe that we had wasted taxpayer money on drafting this and then on defending it. So we were, ecstatic that he got it in before it did go into effect. It never saw the light of day, and that's exactly what the result should have been.
And so when you all, months ago when the governor signed this into law, what did you all think?
Well, there are words you can't use on TV to describe what our reaction was, but really just what is he thinking? And it was obvious that this was written to discriminate in favor of people with a certain set of religious beliefs, which of course then discriminates against everyone who doesn't hold those same beliefs. And these are Old Testament Bible verses they pulled these beliefs out of, and they want to impose them on the rest of us, whether we agree with them or not, which is where government crosses the lines of separation of church and state.
Now,
and we just can't have it.
Where we got to today, a federal judge finally saying no. Obviously, you guys had to throw a lawsuit together very fast, and it came into these final days. What was that process like?
A lot of us sweating at him and, making sure that we were all doing what we needed to do to help the lawyers. My case was with Mississippi Center for Justice. Rob McDuff was the lawyer on that. And so just trying to make sure that the paperwork was all that was done, that the testimonies were ready, that the affidavits were filed, and that we got it all in time for Judge Reeves to make a decision before today. So it's been a rather tense couple of weeks, but I can't thank the people at the Mississippi Center for Justice enough for doing what they did.
And lastly, real quick, what is you all's next step? They're going to appeal, so what is the next step on you all's end?
That's an assumption I'm not sure of, that they will appeal. I think it would be a further waste of taxpayer money. I hope that they don't. But if they do, I still think that the lawsuit that has been argued this past week is sufficient to win on an appeal. So we will wait and see what happens, and we'll be there to keep fighting it out.
If you want someone to take one thing away from this entire process, the general public, what would you want it to be?
It would be that we all as people have got to come together and learn how to get along and stop, this assumption that we all have to believe the same thing. And that because we believe something differently than someone else, that we have a right to impose, those beliefs through law onto other people. The Constitution, it guarantees the freedom of religion. There's no danger that we're going to take anybody's right to practice their religion the way they want to away from them. We simply ask that you don't impose it upon us.
All right.
We don't impose ours on you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. We really do appreciate you taking the time to come out to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
Well, now